Hi, I'm Carolina and today I'm going to talk about the SDG number 1, ending poverty, and the Great Depression. The Great Depression was the worst economic downturn in the history of the industrialized world, lasting from 1929 to 1939. Throughout the 1920s, the US economy was expanding rapidly. The stock market was the place where all of the speculation occurred. Everyone put their savings into stocks. As a result, the stock market had a great expansion, was expanding rapidly, reaching its highest point in August 1929. On the other side, production was already weakened and unemployment was rising. On October of this same year, what every investor feared happened: the crash of the stock market. A record of 12.9 million shares were traded that day, the day known as the Black Tuesday. Millions of people lost their job. Factories were closing down, slowed down production, and were firing workers. People also lost their houses, family members, and were left with huge debts. Despite guarantees from President Hoover that everything will be okay and that it will pass, everything actually got worse. Farmers couldn't use their farms, their lands, and everything was rotting. Meanwhile, other people were starving to death. In the fall of the 1930s, the first of 4 waves of banking panics began, as large number of investors lost confidence in their banks and demanded deposits in cash, forcing banks to liquidate loans in order to supplement their insufficient cash reserves on hand. This affected the nations in different ways, but very strong. Politically, we could say the people weren't happy with their government, since President Hoover, the president at the time, was not prepared for this. He strongly thought that his economy was really well and that a crash couldn't happen. So he didn't do anything. Socially and economically, people were changing a lot. Not enough money, not enough jobs, not enough houses, and not enough time to spend on shows like jazz or dances. But they were being more kind. They were helping others, like giving them houses, giving them shelter, giving them food. One organization that I found that helps this problem is the Global Poverty Project. It's an education and encouragement organization working to increase the number of people taking action to see a change. They teamed up with World Bank and the UN to make a movement of people to end poverty in the 2030. It consists of doing activities to help others, then get a reward, like a ticket to a concert or a sport festival. Another organization I found is Joint Hands, that is committed to providing immediate relief to the world's most vulnerable people. They believe that if we all join in the same team, we can have a better solution. In Mexico, there's at least 40% of people that live in extreme poverty. They cannot afford any of the basics of life, like clean water, food, shelter, or healthcare. I think a good plan is to create a group of people that are willing to help each other, do meetings, and organize into teams. Each team goes to a different place and stays there for a few days, like 2 or 3 days. And while they're there, they do their best to help, like give them food, have a good time with them, help organize the place, and they leave, but keep on sending them some help. Thanks.